What is your spike? And can you prove it? Every once in a while, a word that has been floating around for years suddenly becomes fashionable. It may have surfaced 5 years ago or 10 years ago. Then one day, everyone in employment circles starts using it as though it was discovered last Tuesday. The latest word is spike. When I hear the word spike, I think of a dog named Spike, or a kid with his hair sticking straight up. That may tell you something about me, but apparently, we are not talking about dogs or haircuts. In job search language, a spike is something in your background that stands out. It is a distinct competence, something people who have worked with you would say you do exceptionally well. Not fairly well, not proficient, not one of the 27 skills you added to your LinkedIn profile. Something you do really, really well. And here is the important part. You need to be able to prove it. One of the arguments we make in our upcoming book about the broken job market is that we have entered the age of proof-first applications. In fact, proof may be the only thing that really counts. A resume filled with job titles, responsibilities, and polished adjectives is not especially interesting. Strategic, collaborative, innovative, results-oriented, wonderful. So is everybody else, at least according to their resume. Employers are looking at hundreds of applicants whose backgrounds appear almost interchangeable. They need a reason to stop and think. This person is different. Your spike gives them that reason. It may be that you are unusually good at calming difficult clients. Maybe you can rescue projects that have gone off the rails. Maybe you can see what is wrong with a product, a process, or a sales territory before anyone else does. Perhaps you are the person who can take complicated information and make it understandable. Perhaps you build teams. Perhaps you find opportunities everyone else missed. The spike is not simply the skill. It is the pattern. It is the thing people kept asking you to do. The problem that repeatedly landed on your desk. The kind of assignment that seemed to follow you from one company to the next. Then comes the proof. Do not say you managed a marketing campaign. Explain that you increased response by 38%. Do not say you oversaw a project. Explain how you took one that was behind schedule and brought it back under control. Do not say you worked in sales. Explain how you revived a neglected territory, retained an important customer, or produced the strongest results the territory had seen in years. Translate the work into the benefit. Cost savings, revenue growth, market share gains, customer engagement, customer retention, faster delivery, fewer errors, a stronger team. Whatever changed because you were there. That is what employers want to know. And this applies at every stage of a career. A college student may find a spike in a class project, internship, volunteer assignment, or part-time job. Someone returning to work after an absence may have examples from community leadership, caregiving, freelance work, or earlier positions. Someone in the final stage of a career may have decades of patterns to draw from, although that person may need to resist the urge to bury the best ones beneath 14 pages of resume history. You do not need to have been the chief executive, the top salesperson, or the most brilliant person in the building. Almost everyone has accomplished something. The challenge is to identify the pattern, explain why it mattered, and prove that it happened. That is your spike. It is not a gimmick. It is not another piece of Silicon Valley vocabulary you need to memorize. It is your answer to the most important question in the job search. Why should they hire you instead of someone else? Find the work. Find the pattern. Find the proof. Then make sure the employer can see it. These ideas are discussed in my upcoming book, Get Hired in a Broken Job Market, From Resume to Offer in the Age of AI, Layoffs, and Ghost Jobs. Visit CrankyBooks.com for more information.